What's up, guys? It's it's been a while. Stallion Airsoft back at it again with another video. Now this isn't gonna be what you guys expect at all. I don't even know if anyone still watches me, but to those 4 subscribers I still got, you guys are the best. Anyway, this is just like an update video on where I'm at in Airsoft. Obviously, I've been out of the game for a little bit, mostly because I got burned out on Airsoft, and also school is a big priority. I just graduated high school last year, so you know, applications for college, test scores, exams, all that other stuff. I had like 4 AP classes, not trying to brag, but you know, it was rough, and I had to get through it. Didn't have time to play Airsoft or make any videos. And now that I'm in college, I'm actually on the other side of the country. I go to college in Florida at U Miami. Shout out to the U. And then I live in St. Louis, Missouri, so I don't have access to this very easily. But I'm just saying that I'm back. I haven't forgotten about this channel, and I'm excited to see what I can do to make more content. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have to get more creative because I won't have access to all my Airsoft stuff, like a lot of other YouTube channels on Airsoft do. But that doesn't mean I still can't put out informational content for you guys to watch, tech related. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you guys the current position on what my workshop is like. So as you can see, guys, it's not in the best condition. Basically a big old mess everywhere. I'll go ahead and start talking about my guns since they're all broken, but this guy is my CQBR. You can see a video on that. Bottom line is the gearbox is cursed. I've come to that conclusion. I've rebuilt this so many times, tried so many different bushings, shims. It has to do with the cutoff lever right here not working. So either the gun will shoot in full auto or like it won't shoot in semi-auto basically. Sealing problems. This gearbox is I mean, it's not cracked, but I don't know, it just doesn't work very well. So instead of fiddling around with that anymore and being disappointed, I decided I'd go ahead and get a new gearbox. I'm also going to get a new lower because this one is kind of flimsy. It's like not that good. My plan was to get one of those Ares Amoeba guns, like the newer ones, the Gen 5. Those have great gearboxes. Do like a magnet mod to short stroke it or pre-cock it or whatever. And put this upper on top because I really like the way this upper looks. It's a GMP full metal upper receiver and a full metal barrel. This thing has no barrel wobble whatsoever, really sturdy. So that's the plan for that gun. Just gonna get a new gun altogether basically and trick it out with the externals I have. Moving on to my G3. It was working fine. The only thing is the selector switch is basically screwed up. Need to get that replaced. It's like a $1 piece if I can find it on sale. So that's not a big deal. Also need a new motor because the motor burned out. I don't know why. I think it might have been like the battery I was using or something, but every one of my motors in my guns burned out, which really, really is irritating. This also doesn't have a MOSFET on it either, so I'll probably get a MOSFET. I was thinking about getting one of those like a entire trigger unit or whatever for a version 2 gearbox, so I can like have micro switch trigger system, whatever. Basically better trigger response in that, and I can do like 3-round bursts and all that other fun stuff. Moving over here to my Phantom PDW, it's actually still in pretty cool looking shape. If you can see on the front, I put on an MP5 SD handguard. Just custom, well, I kind of like used a soldering iron and melted the plastic together. You can see right there, it's not the cleanest. I'll probably go back and sand that down, make it look better. But yeah, it looks pretty cool if I do say so myself. Not a lot of AKs look like this. I do need to get a new stock, probably just buy a Boneyard JG AK SVD to get the stock from. This one's fine, I guess, for now, but I'm pretty sure like one bad hit and the thing's gonna be toast. Mostly because this little piece right there is really weak, and that's the only thing holding it, the stock on. So yeah, I need a new motor mount for this as well. As long as with my other AK, both my motor mounts are gone. So the motors are blown on this one, MOSFET's blown. Again, no motors, no MOSFETs means I can't shoot any guns. But it still looks pretty cool. And put it back over here. Yeah, that stock didn't really come out the best way I wanted. It looks okay, I guess, but I'll probably just get a new stock, restain it with some, and make it look a lot nicer. Moving down here, this is my AK-105. Same problem. The motor mount is broken, so I can't use the motor there. MOSFET is blown because the motors I was using were all crap. Well, not crap, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm just not that great of a tech as I thought I was. The guns were working fine. It was just the motor. I just didn't have that good of luck using motors. I tried doing the thing where you break in the motor using distilled water. I guess I did that wrong and screwed up all my motors on my guns. So you live and learn. It's a little disappointing that all my MOSFETs are blown now. So I have to buy new MOSFETs, motor mounts, and motor for this too. That's basically the story for all three of these guns. Simple electronic parts and small things. Gearbox and mechanically wise, these guns are solid. Still able to pump out, I would assume, 30 FPS, or 30 rounds per second on this one, maybe 33. Probably closer to 35, 36, maybe even approach the 40s depending on the motor I put in. And this one's like 29, 28 last time I shot it, depending on the motor. But that's using the stock gear ratio. So moving on over here, I have two Lancer Tactical AK S74U bodies. Now I got these, I have one that I bought from a Boneyard Airsoft Megastore. Got the rest of this, another one, and a bunch of other AK parts, as you can see over there, from Echo One's Pro Shop or whatever it was called. It was, I don't remember. I don't even know if that site's still up or if they're still selling Boneyard stuff. But yeah, enough external parts to retrofit two AKS-74Us. Plastic bodies, they're decent. I won't have a lot of barrel wobble, which is the main thing, but for pickup games or loaner guns, they'll be fine. So that's cool. And the uppers are full metal. Those are D-Boys or Cyma upper receivers, so they're nice. And then again, I have all the externals, so the motor grips, I have the charging handles, selector plates, other miscellaneous stuffs, the hop-ups, a bunch of barrels over there. As you can see, my tools are just like kind of scattered all over the place because, I don't know. I've been busy, didn't really have the time to clean it up. I guess I could clean it up now, but honestly, I don't really like putting away my parts to my guns, especially if they're not built. So, yeah, surprisingly, I operate better with this, even though it really doesn't make sense. But honestly, like, once I get the parts for those three guns, which are very simple installs, I can put all those parts away, and then it'll basically just be the M4 on the table, and then scoot all this other stuff over. A bunch of rattle cans for painting stuff, a bunch of BBs. I think these are, what are these? 0.28s? No, these are 0.2s. I believe these are 0.3s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 0.3 gram BBs. A bunch of external parts. Batteries, even though I don't really use nickel metal hydrides. Oh my god, I put my hand in the front of the camera. Sorry about that. Lipos are going rough too. I probably should stop buying cheap lipos like this Florian. Probably gonna be the last time I buy one of these. I had two, lasted about 4 months on each of them of, regular use, and then it always happens one of the cells, like that one right there, see it's puffy. One of the cells always dies, which is really disappointing. Maybe it's my smart charger. So this thing is like a balance charger or whatever. It's like $20, so I'm gonna invest in a more suitable lipo balance charger. Maybe that will suit my problems with my batteries, but this one's puffing up a little bit. Still works, but I can feel the cells getting puffy. This one has been puffy for a little bit. It gets really hot, doesn't really put out the power you need it to. This one works fine. Zippy batteries are pretty doggone good, and obviously Turnigy. So I'm probably gonna buy Turnigy and Zippy batteries from now on because these things are champs. Don't get hot, work really well. I'm not sure about this one, but probably just because I ran the hell out of it on poor systems, drawing too much power from these, and yeah. So I'm gonna invest in a new charger, new batteries, take care of my lipo situation. I'm gonna need to get new parts for all my guns, and eventually clean up stuff. I have a bunch of random AK parts, a bunch of random, I really don't want to pull all this stuff out, but I have been selling this. I can't sell it now because, again, I'm on the other side of the country most of the time. I'm only here in Missouri for now because classes were canceled because of the hurricane. So yeah, and I also need to get new tools because this was a really cheap tool set for like, I don't know, 20 bucks, and all the parts broke. And I needed to get a new soldering tip because this one has seen much better days. It's just completely burned. So yeah, at this point I would work on it, but I don't have the proper tools to actually finish what I'm doing. I don't have the parts that I need to have installed. So if I am back here and trying to like mod stuff, I'd probably just end up breaking more stuff. That's really the reason why I went down this path. It's not that I didn't know what I was doing, I just didn't have the proper tools to do what I was doing. So the quality of work I did wasn't, up to par. So yeah, that's pretty much it on my current situation. Looks pretty rough, but again, probably like $300 worth of parts, and I'll be able to get 3 of my guns up and running. I have the money. I just, budgeting and other priorities, don't really want to spend it right now. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. So as you can see, guys, this is kind of what happens when you get burned out in airsoft. Now, obviously, I probably need to take better care of my space down here, but I don't know. I guess I'll clean it up. But again, this is what happens when life takes over. You can't really have time for your hobbies as much, and when things go south, like really south, like mine did, where all your guns are broken, you just kind of get like burned out. Like, oh, okay, I fixed it, and then this stuff happens. I don't have the right tools. I need more money, and yeah. But at the time when all this happened, it was about Christmas break over my senior year, where all my stuff went south. So I don't know. I didn't really have the money to buy new parts. I have the money now, but again, I never went ahead and bought it because I was just busy working and getting ready for college over the summer. So I guess I really didn't have time to do airsoft. And again, I have other hobbies too. Like I like computers, I like cars. I want to put money into that too. And like, there's at least, I have like shopping carts on shopping carts and wish lists on wish lists of airsoft stuff that I would like to get one day. But that like $3,000. And I mean, I could drain my bank account if I really wanted to, but that makes no sense whatsoever. So again, like, I have the things that I want to do with airsoft. Airsoft is still a really big hobby of mine, but sometimes you gotta put your hobbies to the side and take care of business. So that's where I'm at so far. Sorry if I dropped off for like 2 years, 1.5 to 2 years or so. But just saying, I'm still here. I'm back, and I'm really excited to make some better airsoft content. One of the things missing now is like good tech-related YouTube channels for airsoft. That was a big thing in the past, but now it's more like people, I'm not sure, modding community is pretty big, I still think, but a lot of people are probably just either gonna get HPA nowadays or buy a gun and just leave it that way, because a lot of guns now don't really need to be messed with out of the box, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But for the people that still like teching and making their guns personal to themselves, not really sure there's a big solely tech related channels out there. I know there's a couple, but they really haven't been posting as often, so maybe this is a void I'll be able to fill in 2017. So yeah, just saying, I'm back again. Shout out to all my 4 subscribers that stick with me. Hopefully I'll be able to make some good content and see what I can do. Alright guys, catch you next one.